Welcome to the Fleet Geeks podcast. We're here to help develop fleet and transport professionals. Do you want to progress and develop your skills and knowledge? We promise to bring lively conversation and debate around interesting issues and keep you bang up to date with changes in our awesome industry. The Fleet Geeks are a community of professionals, and if you enjoy the podcast, why not join the discussion for free in the Fleet Geek community over on Facebook.
Hello, and welcome to this LinkedIn Live and Fleet Geeks podcast. Really excited to be here today on this beautiful Tuesday at like morning break time, right? So normally I do a lunchtime live, but do you know what? I fancied it today. I fancied it about 10:30. And one of the reasons being is I'm off to deliver some training shortly. I'm popping around the corner to a business nearby. Actually, that's mirrored, so it's like that way. But yeah, I'm heading off to a business nearby to deliver some time management training, which is always a big challenge for everyone that I know, right? So yeah, always looking forward to that. So what am I here to talk to you about today? The Fleet Geeks peer-to-peer group. So those of you that listen to the podcast will be aware of the peer-to-peer group. And what have I got to say apart from it's the original peer-to-peer group? There's been some imitators that have tried to muscle in on the process since, but nonetheless, it's definitely the original and, in my opinion, the best group that exists for transport and fleet managers. It's specifically for those of you that run fleet businesses or run fleet operations, and it gives you an opportunity to get ongoing CPD. It gives you an opportunity to build your community and your network of other professionals, and it's a fantastic opportunity to get to know other people in the industry really well. So the peer-to-peer group initially launched about 18 months ago, 12 months to 18 months ago. And it's been really successful. And we've got to the point now where the launch group is full and we need to launch a second group, which is really exciting. And I'm dead chuffed. I'm dead chuffed that that's the case, because what's happened is as people have joined the group, they've not left. They've stuck around because they're getting great value from it. And even 12 months on, they're still sticking around and getting great value from the monthly sessions. So what does the peer-to-peer group include? Well, what it includes is membership to Fleet Geeks. So you get a range of content as part of that group, which is additional to any which other people get through the podcast and that kind of stuff. So there's access to a WhatsApp group, which is the first thing. So in that WhatsApp group, we have some fantastic mentors. We have the likes of Mike and James and Tom, who are in there to help support with questions that you may have. Even down to one of the members will regularly do gate checks very early in the morning. And as soon as someone has peeled their eyes open in the morning, they might be responding to any queries around defects and those kinds of things which may come up as part of that conversation. So you've got that support from the WhatsApp group, which is really valuable for people. And then the other one is that you have monthly peer-to-peer calls. So at the moment, they're the last Wednesday of the month. The new group, it will be different and it'll be based on the members for that. But the current group meet on the last Wednesday of the month between 6 and 9 in the evening. So the other benefit there is because it's evening, it doesn't really encroach on your work time and those kinds of things. So you can still do your work and you can still come and join on the peer-to-peer calls and meet the rest of the group. So, and one of the big benefits is that you can come and try it. You can come and try it for free, right? So tomorrow is the next one. It's tomorrow evening. So if you're watching this now and you are interested, why not give us a shout and come and join us tomorrow evening? We do meet once a year in person as well. So those peer-to-peer calls currently are held on Zoom. So we do it remotely, and people sort of dial in from home, that kind of stuff. But we do meet annually. We've got an annual Christmas dinner where we all go and meet up, and we've got that coming up at the George in Rugby shortly, because that's quite central for everyone. But if you were to join the group, we'll probably set up, as we're setting up a new group, it'll be a different time, which we'll negotiate with people. They might prefer it in the mornings, or they might prefer it during the day, for example. So we're flexible like that, and we can start to do that. But it's really interesting that as you guys approach 2024, you're going to be thinking about what you're going to do differently, how you're going to achieve your goals. What's in it for you, really. So it's absolutely vital that we start to think about what we're going to do from a CPD point of view over the next 12 months. And now, as we sort of encroach on December, is the time to start thinking about those things. So one of the things I did in preparation for this is we're starting to grow the group and grow the contribution that we're making. I asked the members what are the key areas, what are the key benefits that you get apart from the WhatsApp group, apart from the calls. What are the things? Why do you guys keep coming back? Why do you guys keep wanting to be involved? So I got 10 key areas that came back from the peer-to-peer group. The first one is increased knowledge through the education slots. So during the calls on Zoom, when we get together on the Zoom calls on a monthly basis, we share knowledge via education slots. So a good example is tomorrow, Tom's doing a roller brake testing session where we're going to be looking at brake testing reports. Now that's a paid training when you go anywhere else, but it's included as part of the peer-to-peer group. So you're going to get that top quality learning information. Additionally, Mike has kindly prepared us an education session on weights and measurements. Now, one of the challenges in our industry is we move quite fluidly, pardon the pun, between metric and imperial measurements, which can be a real challenge for people. So we're going to do a session focused corely on metric and imperial measurements and weights and measures and sort of understanding those things in a much greater depth. And that's just this month. So there's 2 there this month, but historically we've had loads of education slots. We normally do either one big subject or 2 smaller subjects on a monthly basis, which is obviously really great benefit to people. We also get what we call timely feedback on policies and paperwork, and that kind of stuff is the second key area that they get the benefit from.
Hello, it's Shani from Flagship Partners. We are really proud to sponsor the Fleet Geeks podcast. If you need expert advice or training for your fleet business, make Flagship Partners your first choice. We are really excited to announce the launch of our Transport Manager Academy. With expert development for fleet leaders, we offer fully accredited initial Transport Manager CPC training, CPC refresher, and operator license awareness training, as well as mentoring, support, and professional development beyond the qualification. Our vision is to develop elite fleet professionals.
The third area where people get benefit, aside from the feedback and the knowledge, is they ask things like, how do I? So often you'll come across questions like, how do I do this? What's the best way of doing that? What's the experience people had? And one of the benefits is you get a really nice straight answer in the peer-to-peer group. You could, of course, ask Facebook for free, right? But you're going to get a load of shit. You're going to get a load of crap answers. And this is going to be good quality answers from proper professionals who do the job on a regular basis and help support each other. So the how do I part is really, really valuable. So that's number 4. The 5th one is issue sharing. So one of the things that compliance professionals have a challenge with is dealing with other stakeholders, drivers, bosses, owners of businesses, senior leadership, whatever it may be. We can often have some challenges dealing with other people and sharing in and sort of discussing how we cope with those things. How do we come across those and how do we help solve those? So the next sort of key area, the 5th area, is around issue sharing and dealing with other stakeholders and how do we support each other. What have we come across in the past when something's gone wrong? How do we fix that? How do we deal with those challenges that come up? For example, a wheel's come off, or I've had an MOT failure and it's caused by this. What should I do with the workshop? Those kinds of things. You just have that ability to be able to support other people and for other people to support you. So really, really valuable stuff as we make it to 5 key areas that the members get absolute benefit from as part of the peer-to-peer group. If you're just joining us, I can see some people just joining the live now. We're talking about what the benefits are of the peer-to-peer group in 2024. We've had real success. We're launching a new group and I'm busy telling people what the benefits may be of what that is. So apart from issue sharing, getting support on how do I, dealing with policies and paperwork, getting feedback on those, getting knowledge from ed slots. What else is there? Well, we also talk about how we keep up to date, right? So often there's changes, for example, direct vision standards changing. We've got changes to smart tachograph. It can be really stressful to try and unpick the things that are coming up and the things that are changing, and what's going to be happening that's different, and making sure that we properly understand those. Now, the benefit you get as part of the group is that you have the WhatsApp chat, and we have the meetings, and we discuss what's changing, what's going on, the new guide to maintaining roadworthiness. Members got the benefit of, one of the members sort of gave a real overview of the things that had changed. So they went through and fine-tooth combed it, and everyone benefited from that. Now that's really valuable stuff, right? Because otherwise you'd have to spend the time reading it all and comparing it to the previous version and checking it. Now, as part of the group, you kind of got that benefit. So isn't that absolutely fantastic as well? So it's really good opportunity to keep up to date. And as part of doing that, you have people who with a different skill set to you helping support you, because ultimately we're all, some people are really good at dealing with people, some people are really good at dealing with detail, and the benefit is that you get all of that sort of muddled in as part of the group as well. So getting advice and guidance is obviously the next big thing for people. Obviously that's really valuable as a seventh area, getting advice, getting guidance, getting support, and understanding where your challenges are, and sort of what, is it okay if this happens or this has happened and I don't really know. So the eighth area is community, right? So one of the things is particularly many transport and fleet managers are standalone in their departments. They might feel quite isolated and lonely. There is a massive community feel as part of the WhatsApp group, as part of the ongoing calls, which is really, really valuable. So getting that community feel, getting that spirit is really, really useful. And then the ninth one is around the networking opportunity as well. So you're going to be meeting new people who you wouldn't meet otherwise. And what that does is that creates opportunity in itself. Okay, because you not only do you get to learn from other people, but it might create career work opportunity, it might create business for you, it might create collaborative opportunities for you. So the network's a really, really vital part of this whole system as well, from a peer-to-peer point of view. Absolutely fantastic opportunity to network with other professionals and get to know those, and essentially, I've heard it said many times before, your network is your net worth, right? So there's so much value in the network that you create around yourself. And I certainly wouldn't have been able to do the things I've done without a fantastic network around me too. Sorry, that was the eighth thing. So the ninth benefit is around getting templates when needed, right? So one of the things is that I was able to help one of the members with recently is they needed an audit template. Okay, so you can go on to the Facebook groups, they have got those there, but are they trusted? Are they trustworthy? Who knows, right? But we were able to share an audit template. It's one that's been accepted previously as part of a traffic commissioner's required audit. So that's going to be really useful to share those. And then the final one, the key one, number 10 out of all of the benefits, is confidence, right? Because ultimately it's so important as a transport manager to have that confidence as a compliance professional when you deal with stakeholders, when you deal with drivers, when you deal with senior leaders, to have the confidence in your ability and what you're talking about, because sometimes you can feel a little bit uncertain and you're a little bit not sure about it, and people will be able to pick up on that, right? And as part of being a member in the peer-to-peer group, you can have absolute confidence in what advice you're giving, what you're saying, because you'll be able to check it with your peers, and they'll be able to help back you up to make sure that you feel really confident going into any situation that you need to have. So lots of potential benefits. Like I say, if anyone's interested in the peer-to-peer group, come along, try it out, see what you think. There is no obligation to buy. There is no obligation to become a member. You can just come along, try it out and see if it fits for you. It is a fantastic opportunity to be able to build a community, build a network, get support, and support others as well. I think the other key thing is that you're able to give back a little as well. And isn't that a lovely thing to be able to support by sharing the experience you've had, maybe the bloody noses that you've had in the past, and to be able to share those with other people and be able to help support them too. So I hope you found this useful. If you are interested, please do reach out, get in touch with me. It'd be fantastic to hear from you. And I'd be absolutely delighted to see you on a future meeting to help support us, support you, to have a fantastic 2024. For those of you that have listened, thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please share with your friends and colleagues too. Join us for free on Facebook with the Fleet Geeks community for transport and fleet managers. Fleet Geeks offers ongoing professional development, networking and mentoring too. So get in touch with me, Pete Rushmer, on any social media platform to find out more.